What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. And we got David Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol in the news today. All right. And if you guys saw my video yesterday, I did a video pretty much saying how I didn't think that Bivol versus Benavidez would happen, just due to the fact that I felt like Turki Alalshikh was not going to be interested in doing what the WBC has ordered, which was making Bivol fight Bivol fight Benavidez or whatnot. And it looks like that is true. All right, it looks like Turki Alalshikh is not interested in making Bivol versus Benavidez fight. Instead, he's looking to make a Better Be versus Bivol Part 3. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the article, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give you my opinion. So, shout out to BoxingScene.com. It says Turki Alalshikh no longer interested in Dimitri Bivol and David Benavidez, or Dimitri Bivol versus David Benavidez. Dimitri Bivol and David Benavidez may end up fighting next, but it won't be on a ride die season card. I don't know why what you call it just went down. Here we go. Ring Magazine, which is owned by Ride Die season head Turki Alalshikh, reported Friday that Alalshikh was no longer interested in the fight that was ordered Friday, which is today, by the way. No longer interested in the fight that was ordered by the WBC on Wednesday between undisputed champion Bivol and WBC interim champion Benavidez, stating that he will not be participating in the purse bid for that fight. I am no longer interested in Bivol versus Benavidez, and I do not want to bid on it. Alalshikh said in a story on Wednesday's website, I think Bivol knows who has delivered for him and who hasn't. My advice to Bivol, don't be late, because every day something changes. The 34-year-old Bivol, who has a record of 24-1 with 12 knockouts, has fought his last 4 fights in Ride Die, including his last 2 fights against Artur Beterbiev. Bivol avenged his majority decision loss against Russian compatriot last month by the same verdict. Afterwards, Alalshikh was seen raising 3 fingers, signaling that he would intend to arrange a third fight between the top 2 at 175-pounders. Those plans were contradicted with the WBC, which mandated Bivol to defend his belt against 28-year-old Benavidez, who has the record of 30-0 with 24 knockouts. Benavidez solidified his position as the interim champion last month when he dominated David Morrell to win a unanimous decision. The WBC gave Bivol and Benavidez 30 days to negotiate, at which point a purse bid would be ordered on April 8th. If Benavidez decided to go in a different direction, the WBC would be within rights to strip him of the belt and elevate Benavidez to the full champion. That outcome would deprive Benavidez of a marquee matchup he has sought, however, having been denied in his attempts to lure Canelo Alvarez into the ring for a fight at 168 pounds. Benavidez is represented by Samson Lickowitz and has built his career on Premier Boxing Champion cards, while Bivol is promoted by Matchroom. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing said this week that he had a gut feeling that a third Bivol versus Beterbiev fight will come next, projecting that they would fight again towards the end of 2025. Well, for me, that sucks, man. I really wanted to see Dimitri Bivol fight David Benavidez. I think that's an intriguing matchup. I just, why not keep Bivol, busy in that matter or whatnot. Benavidez has been doing everything in his power to get these big fights, these 50-50 fights in, and it just seems like something is always coming up. Now, you guys, I stated before that I don't think that Bivol, I wouldn't call this a duck on Bivol's behalf, going into a trilogy with Beterbiev over the likes of a fight with David Benavidez. But I do feel like, I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed, man, because it kind of sucks, man. And I predicted this. I felt like this would happen, man. But it is what it is. So, if Bivol chooses not to fight Benavidez, then Benavidez will be elevated to the full WBC champion at 175 pounds, which will then make him a 2-division champion. Now, here's the thing about that. I know a lot of Benavidez haters are AKA Canelo fanboys. They're going to try to not give him credit on that. But, I mean, again, in my opinion, you have to respect him as a full champion because, bro, if he's doing everything he can to get these fights, bro, and whatever the situation, Canelo didn't want to fight him for whatever his reasons are, and then Bivol chose to go into a trilogy with Benavidez. With Better Biv. It's like, what can he do? What is he supposed to do? Just not accept the belt? Nah, bro, he got to do what he got to do. I just hate that for David Benavidez, because it's like, damn, bro, like, you brought this man all the way out there, and if I'm being honest with you, I really feel like Turkey was pulling for, he wanted Better Beef to win the second one or whatnot. But if I'm being honest, man, I really think that I think that's why he brought Benavidez out there, because he figured that Better Beef would win the rematch, and he wanted to match up Benavidez versus Better Beef instead of Benavidez versus Bivol. I have my reasons, but I'm not even gonna state that on here. But I do have my reasons why he was pulling for Better Beef or whatnot. But anyways, whatever the situation may be, if Benavidez or if Bivol chooses, it's like I said, it's too many B's. Benavidez, Bivol, Better Beef. If Better Beef chooses not to fight Benavidez, let's look at some options that I would love to see Benavidez in. All right, so obviously we got Dimitri Bivol as the undisputed champion. I would really love to see, but let's just say if Bivol chooses if he chooses not to fight David Benavidez, then he would have to he would be stripped, and David Benavidez will be the WBC champion at 175. I would really love to see Benavidez fight. Well, let me see, at 175. You don't really have at the WBC, as far as the WBC rankings go, you don't really have too many big names. You have Anthony Yarde. I think that would make for a very intriguing, entertaining matchup. Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. That's definitely an intriguing matchup. Ben Whitaker, who I think he's going to go into a rematch with. Or I'm not sure, but he should rematch that dude that he that he just fought, that pretty much went to a no contest. I would really, stepping outside of the WBC rankings, I would really, and I mean really, love to see Benavidez fight Caleb Smith. I think that would be an awesome fight. Caleb Smith has really proved himself at 175 pounds, in my opinion. Coming off of what could possibly be in such an early time in the year, but a fight of the year candidate with him and I can't even think of his name. My mind just went blank. But I would really, really, really love to see that fight with Benavidez and Caleb Smith. Joshua Buatsi. So, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's still a chance that Benavidez could fight Bivol if Bivol chooses to, but it's just not gonna be on a ride die season card. It is what it is on that matter. But oh man, it just sucks. Truth be told, though, I wouldn't mind going into a trilogy. Bro, neither fights were boring fights. Both fights were very entertaining. We got to see a lot of adjustments being made. We got to see a lot of good boxing. So I'm not mad at Bivol for wanting to go ahead and do a trilogy. It's only right. He's now established what we call a rivalry, and I'm not mad at that. They're 1-1. Let's go ahead and see who takes it all or whatnot. So I'm not mad at that, but again, just a part of me, I would really like to see Bivol versus Benavidez. I just think that's a great fight that should be made or whatever. But only time will tell. If Bivol decides to fight Benavidez, then he still keeps all the titles, should he win. And I would think that, and see, that's the thing about it, I would think that Better Beef would want to fight him for Better Beef, he already been undisputed. He probably don't even care at this point. He just wants to get his get back with Bivol. So I can see him not really caring. I can see that. I can see him more so just wanting to At this point, for Better Beef, Bivol is bigger than the belts. He just wants his get back. This is his first loss or whatnot, so I can see that. I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, either way it go, we're gonna be in for some great fights. I just hope that Benavidez gets a shot and opportunity. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Which fight do you want to see more? Do you want to see Bivol versus Benavidez or Bivol versus Better Beef 3? Who do you see winning each fight? But what do I know?